What's going on YouTube? Broken Place for Days here. Got another video for you guys today. This one's going to be talking about skill versus luck in the game and which one I feel there's more of. Personally, I mean, in formats before, it was kind of like a mixture of both. Like, there was some skill involved with the game and there was some luck. Kind of like a 50-50 thing. But honestly, with the way the game's going right now, I don't feel like there's really either anymore. I don't feel that there's too much luck involved, and I don't feel there's too much skill involved. I feel like most decks that are out now and that are recently being released and that are gonna get released, most of them are just like autopilot where they kind of play themselves, and there's really no player interaction with the decks for you to actually have some luck, like for there to be luck involved or skill involved on the player's part. I don't know, like I said, just most decks now, it's just there's kind of like one play you do that isn't really that hard to do, and then from there on out, either you win or you lose. There's very few decks left that like are released now, like recent decks, meta decks or whatever, that actually involve some sort of skill. Like off the top of my head, like one deck that I feel still has like some skill, needed to play the deck is windups. I know in formats, past, like when they had the hand loop or when they still had the Zen Mighty, it was pretty stupid because it was just Magician Shark, and they either looped your hand before they went first turn, get out every X seed in their extra deck, Shockmaster kind of a thing. But now that they don't have Zen Mighty and that Magician's at 1, there's honestly a lot of skill involved with that deck because you have to use your resources really well because you honestly run out of them fast. And with all the decks running around now, like you really have to think out your plays. You really have to, like in that deck, if you misplay, you're most likely gonna lose. Like you cannot misplay in that deck. You have to make every decision you make has to be the right decision because I don't know, like it's hard for that deck to keep up. But in the hands of the right player and the player being decent and making the right plays, I honestly feel there's a lot of skill involved with that deck. Now anyway. That's one of the ones that I can think of off the top of my head. Dino Rabbit now, I mean, it's still kind of a luck deck, I guess, because if you open up Rabbit, I mean, there's really no thought process into that. You just summon Rabbit, get 2 vanillas, get a Logia, set 2/3 back row, flip Macrocosmos, and then you pretty much win from there. But without Sangan, I guess it's a little bit more difficult because if you don't open up the Rabbit, you have to play smart. You gotta actually conserve, you have to conserve your resources. You have to use the vanilla as well. You have to summon one, protect it, summon another one, hope nothing happens, go into Logia or Dolka, hope nothing happens, and then that deck now you have to save up your resources really well, which in turn kind of takes more skill because you can't be stupid and just go oh, let me just use all these cards because there's no fucks given. I don't know, those are just 2 that I can think of right now. I'm sure there's more. But yeah, as of right now, the decks that are right now, such as Evil Swarm, Elemental Dragons, Mermail, the top decks or whatever, I don't feel there's too much skill and or luck involved with them. I just feel they kind of play themselves. E-Dragons, I mean, it's a really good deck, don't get me wrong. It's a really, really good deck, but I feel that there's no skill involved with that deck because you just discard special, remove special, big eye, take your monster attack. There's that deck literally plays itself. As long as you know basic game mechanics and basic skill, that deck just wins you games, and you really don't know even need to know how to play. Evil Swarm, you kind of know how to you need to know again basic game mechanics, but again it's just Ophion, just go Ophion. That's what that deck does. Go Ophion, go Ophion. If Ophion hurts your opponent, then it does, and if Ophion doesn't hurt your opponent, you're probably gonna lose because that's your win condition. So there's that. Mermail, honestly, not being biased or anything, because I have Mermail right now. I'm not being biased in any way, but I honestly feel Mermail is one of the decks right now, even though it's kind of falling off the map with all the decks that are being released, but I feel it's one of the only decks out right now, meta decks, that involves some sort of skill, because you run a lot of tuners which in turn gives you a lot more plays. So you kind of have to like think things out and think about like all the options that you have, because you can like synchro into like many things. You can exceed for many things. So like in that aspect, I feel the deck has some sort of skill level, you know, needed to play it. But I mean, honestly, not that much, because I mean, when it comes down to it, it's just herb, derp, discard two, special megalo, pop your shit, attack your game, or whatever. Everybody knows the infamous Megalo Diva, Tribute Diva. That's exactly 8,000. So I mean, stuff like that. There's really no thought or really skill involved, because I mean, if I don't know, it's just I don't think there's skill, and I don't think there's luck involved either, because it doesn't take luck for a deck to play itself. It doesn't take luck for a deck to make one play and win. If you guys get what I'm saying, hopefully you do. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Sorry if there's background music, but I mean, I'm sure you guys don't mind. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below, if you think there's any skill or luck involved in the game as of right now. With the meta decks, I know like a lot of other decks, you know, still involve some skill, you know, and there's some luck involved as well. Like windups, stand rabbit, like the stuff that I explained. But yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you did. Please like the video, it helps me out a lot. And yeah, so until next time, guys, keep it broken.